The stillness before the battle, Ibrich, before we begin Ibriye. Take a deep breath. Inhale slowly through your nose. Exhale gently through your mouth. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw relax. Let your heart soften and allow your thoughts to slow down. Most people live in constant movement, running, chasing, reacting. They forget to stop Abraha to breathe. But remember, stillness is not weakness. Stillness is power under control. It is the calm before creation. It is the silence that speaks to the divine. Now listen carefully. There will come times when the world around you grows dark, when your spirit feels heavy, when you wake up and cannot explain the weight in your chest. You may think something is wrong with you, but in truth, something greater is trying to awaken within you. You see, every soul walks through light and shadow, yet there are souls that are chosen not by chance, but by purpose. They are sent into the world not to avoid darkness, but to transform it. And it is those souls that the demons seek. Demons cannot harm you unless you forget who you are. They thrive on confusion, fear, and distraction. They feed on your doubts, your anger, your hopeless thoughts. They whisper when your heart is tired. They test you when you are closest to your breakthrough. When you start to rise, they appear stronger not because they have grown, Ibrahim, but because you have. They appear because your light has reached a level that disturbs their peace. Remember this, Ibrahim darkness does not attack darkness. It attacks the light. And so, when you are being tested, do not cry out, "Why me?" Instead, whisper softly to your soul, "It's because I am chosen," because every chosen soul must learn to walk through the valley of shadows, Ibru, without losing the flame inside their heart. Understand this deeply, Hebrewi. You do not fight darkness with more darkness. You do not defeat hatred with hate. You do not silence fear by running from it. You stand still, you breathe, you watch. And in that stillness, the illusion of darkness begins to fade. Every battle you face is not to destroy you, but to reveal what already lives within you. The demon that stands before you is nothing more than a reflection of the doubt that hides within. Face it with awareness. Face it with faith. Face it with the knowing that nothing unholy can touch what was created by the divine. So when the storm comes, Abri, do not run, do not hide, stand tall, close your eyes, breathe deeply, and say to yourself, Brukru, I am light, I am chosen, I am untouchable, for the truth is simple. Ibrahim demons cannot touch a soul that remembers its source. They cannot reach the one who stands rooted in stillness, Ibrahim, and guided by divine awareness. You are not the body, you are not the fear. You are the energy behind it all, Ibracha, pure, eternal, and beyond their reach. The nature of demons, Ibre. What is a demon? Many imagine a creature with horns, red eyes, or a monstrous face. But the truth is far more subtle and far more personal. A demon is not always something outside of you. Often, it hides within. It can take the form of your anger, Ibre, your jealousy, Ibre, your regret, Ibre, your need for validation. It can disguise itself as your own voice, Ibre, whispering words that sound like truth but are born from fear. When the ancient masters spoke of demons, they were not only describing entities of shadow, Ibru, they were describing the lower states of consciousness that pull your energy downward. They were describing your unhealed emotions, Ibre, your restless mind, Ibre, your attachments to what is temporary. When a soul is chosen, it becomes a light, and every light attracts shadow. This is a law of energy balance must exist. So when your light grows stronger, Ibre, the darkness does not disappear. It approaches. But do not mistake this as punishment. This is initiation. You are being prepared to rise beyond illusion, because how can one learn peace if there is no chaos? How can one master faith if there is nothing to test it? The chosen soul walks a difficult path not because the universe is cruel, Ibru, but because it trusts your strength. Every obstacle is an invitation to step deeper into your divine nature. Every demon that appears is a teacher in disguise. It will whisper in your ear, Ibrahim, you are not enough. Ibrahim, you are losing. Ibrahim, no one sees you. And in that moment, not believe, you must observe. The demon feeds on your reaction, but when you remain still, when you breathe, Ibrahim, it grows weaker. Silence is not your weakness, it is your weapon. Because in silence, truth reveals itself, and truth is light. When you stay aware, the illusion of fear dissolves like fog in the morning sun. Do not hate the darkness, understand it. Do not curse your pain, study it. Because the demon that stands before you has one purpose, to show you what still needs to be healed within. You cannot purify gold without fire. You cannot sharpen a sword without friction. And you cannot awaken your divine strength without trial. So when the dark energies rise around you, do not be afraid. Do not see them as enemies. They are simply shadows passing through the mirror of your awareness. They cannot touch your essence, for your essence is eternal. They can only disturb the surface of your mind. But when your mind becomes still, even the strongest darkness will bow before your peace. Remember, a demon can only live in confusion. But when you bring light, understanding, calm, and presence, it has nowhere left to hide. You are not here to destroy demons. You are here to transcend them, to outgrow the frequencies that once held you down, to rise above the noise and return to your natural state, pure awareness. And when you live from this awareness, you no longer fear the dark, because you are the light that makes it vanish. The armor of light, a chosen soul does not walk unprotected. But this armor cannot be seen by the eyes. It is felt by the heart. It is woven from energy, discipline, and awareness. Each thought you think, each emotion you allow, each action you take. They all become threads in your shield. Some people wake up every day and wear anger as their armor. Others wear pride, fear, or indifference. But those garments are heavy, they rust, they break. The armor of light is weightless. It shines from within and reflects all darkness that approaches. How is it forged? Through small acts of mindfulness. Through moments when you choose peace over reaction. When you speak truth even when silence would be easier. When you forgive, not because they deserve it, but because your soul deserves rest. Each morning before the world touches you, take a breath and remember, I am surrounded by light. Feel it expand from your chest, soft, warm, golden. Let it move through your arms, your spine, your breath. This is not imagination. This is awareness becoming power. Your gratitude polishes the armor. Your discipline strengthens it. Your faith completes it. When you keep your inner world clean, the outer world cannot harm you. Demons, negativity, and heavy energies do not approach those who walk in alignment. They look for chaos, for cracks between thoughts, for hearts that wander without direction. But when your mind, heart, and actions move as one, there are no cracks left open. You become whole, you become radiant, and radiance cannot be touched. Be mindful of the company you keep, the words you speak, and the things you allow into your energy. Every sound you listen to, every image you consume, every thought you entertain, they either polish your armor or dull its shine. So guard your gates with wisdom, not in fear, but in awareness. Remember, the greatest protection is not isolation, it is vibration. When your frequency is high, you do not need to hide from darkness. It simply cannot reach you. Like a candle in a room, it does not chase the shadows away. It simply shines, and the darkness disappears on its own. So do not curse the shadows when they appear. Bow to them, for they remind you to keep your light alive. Smile and let your calm be your answer, because when you stay centered, the storm loses its power. Every challenge is a mirror, showing you where your armor still needs care. Do not fear the cracks, polish them with awareness. Do not be angry at the dents, repair them with faith, and soon your presence itself will become the shield. Wherever you go, peace will follow. Wherever you speak, truth will echo. And wherever darkness stands, it will bow, not to you, but to the divine light flowing through you. For that is the secret of the chosen soul, Ibrishi. Its greatest weapon is not force, Ibrish. It is the quiet strength of one who remembers, Bruche, I am the light, and no shadow can touch me. Part 4. The Chosen Soul, Sa, Bri, my dear friend Ibri. If you are hearing these words now, it is not by accident. It is because your soul has been called to remember what it truly is. Not what the world told you to be. Ibri, not what fear convinced you to become. Ibri, but what the divine created you to embody. You are not here to live an ordinary life. You are here to awaken, to rise, to remind the sleeping hearts around you that light cannot be destroyed. A chosen soul is not chosen because of perfection. It is chosen because of endurance. Because even when life burned you, you did not turn to ash. You became fire. Even when pain broke you, you did not crumble. You transformed. Even when the world tried to silence you, you continued to breathe, to hope, to rise. This is what it means to be chosen. You have walked through storms that others could not survive. You have faced nights so dark that even your own reflection was lost to you. Yet here you stand, still breathing, still seeking peace, still shining in your quiet way. This is not weakness. This is grace. Understand this truth. Hebrew demons cannot touch a chosen soul. They can whisper. They can try to distract you. They can place illusions in your path. But they cannot enter the space that has been blessed by divine awareness. They can knock at your door, but only fear opens it. When you do not answer, when you remain in your stillness, they fade away. For they cannot survive where there is love. They cannot feed where there is faith. They cannot linger where there is light. So when you feel heavy energy around you, pause. Do not panic. Do not fight. Simply breathe. Place your hand over your heart and remember, Ibrohi, I am protected. I am guided. I am chosen. You do not need to seek revenge for the pain you've endured. Your healing is the revenge. You do not need to prove your worth to anyone. Your peace is the proof. The chosen soul does not chase, it attracts. It does not shout, it radiates. It does not fear the darkness, it transforms it. And this is how the world changes, not through conflict, but through the silent revolution of awakened souls who choose light again and again. So walk gently, but with purpose. Speak softly, but with truth. And move through this world as a reminder that divinity still walks in human form. When others see you, let them feel hope. When they hear you, let them sense peace. When they doubt themselves, let your calm presence remind them that strength does not roar, it breathes. You are the chosen one, not because you are greater, Ibrohi, but because you have chosen again and again to return to love. That is your power. That is your protection. That is your truth. Demons cannot touch a soul that remembers its light. And you, my friend, Brahm, you are that light.